Before we start learning some Linux commands, there are some points that should be clear to every Linux user. In Linux, commands can be categorized into two types: internal commands and external commands. Internal commands are built-in commands that are a part of the shell itself, such as pwd, cd, and so on. External commands are not built into the shell. They exist as separate executable files in the system. And as examples of external commands, we have mkdir, mv, cp, and so on. Let us now see how to check the type of a command. Is it a shell built-in command or is it an external command? To check the type of a particular command, you can use the type command. The type command will tell you whether a command is a shell built-in or it is an external command. For example, here, let's verify that pwd is an internal command. We do that by executing the type command, followed by the name of the command, which is pwd in our case. So, as the output shows here, pwd is a shell built-in command. So it is an internal command. Let's now check the type of the mkdir command. So here we execute again the type command, but this time followed by the mkdir command. And as we see in the output, mkdir is not a shell built-in command, it is an external command. In Linux, when you execute a command from the terminal, it typically consists of three main parts: the command itself, a set of arguments, and some options. Understanding the difference between these components is very important for effectively using the command line interface. So let's first of all understand the first part, which is the command part. The command is the actual program that you want to run. It is the action that you want to perform. For example, ls, cp, mkdir, they are all commands. Arguments are additional pieces of information that we provide to the command. They are often the files, the directories, or data that the command will work with. Arguments follow the command and they are separated by a space. For example, in the command cp file1.txt, file2.txt, here file1.txt and file2.txt are the arguments, and cp is the command being told to copy file1.txt to file2.txt. We have to note that some commands might accept multiple arguments to perform their tasks. Finally, let's see what are options. Options, also known as flags or switches, are used to modify the behavior of a command. They are preceded by a hyphen or a double hyphen, followed by a single character or a meaningful word. They are used to provide additional instruction to the command, and they can enable or disable specific features or change the way the command works. Options are often optional, so not all commands require them. For example, in the ls-l command, the -l is an option for the ls command, which tells it to display the list of files in a long format with detailed information. And for the last command, ls-al/etc, here ls is the command, a and l are options provided to the ls command, and /etc is the argument used by this command. Finally, we will talk about aliases. Aliases provide a way to create shortened or alternative names for commonly used commands. But how we can create an alias? To create an alias, we use the alias command, followed by the alias name, followed by an equal sign with the command that you want to shorten. Let's see an example of that. Let's say that you want to give an alias called LA to the command ls-a. So we want, instead of typing ls-a, we type just LA and we get the same result. So how we can do something like that? We can do that using the alias command followed by the alias name, which is LA in our case, followed by an equal sign, and finally ls-a. Once you have defined an alias, you can use it immediately in the current terminal session. For example, in our case, we have defined the alias LA for the command ls-a. So now we will get the same result by running either ls-a or just LA. So that's it for now. In the upcoming lectures, we will start working with some Linux commands.